welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. I also have some self-study courses about manifesting your specific person. And I do have a members-only channel with a lot of perks for members, including weekly live workshops with a different manifesting topic each week, weekly live group coaching, a lot of exclusive content, monthly challenges for a chance to win a free one-on-one coaching session with me, and a lot more. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website or to the membership channel. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I want to talk to all of you who are on the journey of manifesting your specific person through heartbreak. And I know that this applies to very many of you, if not most of you, who are manifesting a specific person. In fact, very many of you are manifesting an ex-back. Many of you are manifesting someone who might have rejected you in the past, someone who might have broken up with you, someone who you might have a painful history with. And so I know and I understand that manifesting a specific person is not always a walk in the park. I know it can be challenging, and I know that a lot of our inner emotions are sometimes stirred around while we're manifesting a specific person. And so I wanted to make this video today to help you guys in manifesting your specific person through heartbreak if this applies to you. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So as I just said in my intro, I know that manifesting a specific person is not always smooth sailing. I know that even though we always say, and it is true, that manifesting is supposed to be fun, manifesting is supposed to be playful, it's supposed to be a way in which to enjoy yourself and let your imagination go free and create your ideal reality and then see it happening in your 3D. However, I also know that because we're human and because we are tied to our human ego mind, this can sometimes be challenging, if not downright difficult, especially when you're first starting out and before you get a good hang of how all these teachings work and how you can best apply them to actually get results. So, bottom line is, I know that a lot of you who are manifesting a specific person are manifesting that specific person through the challenge of heartbreak. What that means is when we say, yes, go within and imagine that person as the best version of themselves. Imagine that person as who you would want them to be. Imagine that person the way that you would want them to treat you, the way that you would want them to show up for you, and so on. This is correct and accurate. And actually, yes, this is what you should be doing. However, at the same time, I need to recognize, and I do need to admit, that it can be challenging if you are coming from a history of heartbreak with that person, if you are coming from feelings of rejection, if you were broken up with, if you are trying to redeem the past through your manifesting or through recreating that version of that person in your mind and so on. So what do you do then when you are stuck between having to create that different reality, having to create that different version of this person in your imagination in order to bring it to your 3D reality, but at the same time, you're also stuck in the old, hurtful, painful memories, and you might also be stuck in difficult feelings, such as resentment, such as anger, such as jealousy, feelings of rejection, sadness, loneliness, and so on. How can you overcome all this to actually get yourself to a better state and to a better point where you can actually imagine your specific person from a more neutral state and where you can actually imagine them as the better version of themselves, their ideal version of themselves, the version that you actually prefer and are choosing? So I'm going to break my answer to this question, which is the topic of the video, into two parts. The first part, which take it as a disclaimer, if you will, is that once you become advanced enough in manifesting, once you get a very good hang of these teachings, you are going to realize that all of these hurt feelings, all of these past sad and painful stories were nothing more than an actual reflection of your dominant consciousness and your dominant self-concept at the time in which they happened. This, you guys, once you get the hang of that, once you realize that, is going to set you free to an extent that you have never experienced before up until now, because you're going to realize so many things, including that your specific person never set out to hurt you deliberately, never set out to hurt you to be that version of themselves that caused you so much pain. And all they were doing were just being a messenger of who you were within. They were just holding a mirror in front of your face, showing you your dominant self, your dominant consciousness, your dominant assumptions. At the same time, and I said this was going to be a disclaimer, I recognize that until you get to that point, and sometimes even after you get to that point, because we're all human and we all forget, and sometimes we all get caught up in our ego, but until, let's say, you dominantly incorporate and embody these principles and these concepts in your day-to-day life and in your day-to-day mindset and in how you operate day-to-day, I absolutely see and I absolutely understand how it can be difficult, how it can feel challenging, how it can feel frustrating, and at the end of the day, you're still heartbroken, you still want a better version of your SP, but you are still stuck in that heartbreak of the past and you don't know how to get past that. So in this video, I want to offer you an idea and a suggestion, if you will, that you can implement to help yourself get past this state of heartbreak, this state of resentment, this state of anger, this state of pain, whatever it is that you're feeling towards your SP and towards the old story, and actually help yourself get into a more neutral state from which you can actually imagine better for yourself, for your SP, and for your future relationship. So the idea and the suggestion is that you actually create within your imagination an apology from your specific person. How you do it is up to you. You know, if you've been watching me for some time, that I'm the kind of coach who doesn't get stuck on specific techniques. I always tell you, do what feels good to you, do what feels natural to you. So if you want to do it through affirmations, if you want to do it through constructing a visual scene that implies that your specific person is apologizing to you, if you want to have some inner conversations with your person, if you want to script it, write it down, even in the form of a letter perhaps that they're writing to you, or even through a meditation, whatever resonates with you, construct the scene, construct the idea, construct the concept of your specific person apologizing to you, realizing how they hurt you in the past, realizing that perhaps they didn't show up as the best version of themselves for you, and apologizing from the bottom of their hearts for the pain and the hurt that they caused you. And once again, remember the disclaimer that I mentioned just earlier, because I know some of you might put it in the comments. This is to help all of you who might not be there yet in your journey, where you can recognize your participation and the participation of your consciousness in how the situation was created, and you're still very, very stuck in that pain, in those painful, constricted feelings of wanting, needing an apology from your specific person to go on, and you're needing that closure. So what you're going to do, you guys, is that you're going to give yourself that closure. You're going to grant it to yourself. And I wanted to make a video about that because this also came up in my members only channel recently. And I know this is a situation and a challenge a lot of you are going through. So if you feel you are in need of an apology, if you feel you are in need of some closure from your specific person, here you are, give that closure to yourself. Affirm for it, script it, make it a visual scene, have an inner conversation about it, however you want to do it, grant it to yourself. Feel the relief within yourself. Feel that feeling that you would be experiencing if your specific person truly was writing you that letter, or was standing in front of you telling you all these things, or calling you to tell you these things, or texting you these things, or however you want to imagine it. Feel the relief, feel the reassurance, feel that pain leaving your body. Feel that pain going away from you. And once you feel better about the whole thing, once you are feeling that, yes, closure has been obtained. Yes, I can now forgive the past. Yes, my specific person has apologized. Then you have gotten yourself into a much more neutral state. Then you have gotten yourself into a state where you're already feeling much better within. You're feeling much calmer, most likely. And you are now ready to start imagining your specific person and the relationship, the situation with your specific person as much more favorable, as much closer, much more aligned to what you actually want to experience with them from now on. So yes, while a lot of people will say, but an apology is not needed, everyone is you pushed out, closure should not even be needed because it's not about that, and you would be right. However, because there are still some people who still need the closure, still need the apology, still need to feel that relief, that redemption, that validation from their specific person, this is why our imagination is here, you guys. This is why we're going to take advantage of that whole principle of everyone is you pushed out. And this is why you're going to construct your specific person in your imagination, apologizing to you, admitting to whatever it is that they did that brought you pain, apologizing from the bottom of their heart, telling you how much they love you, telling you how much they want to start fresh with you, and everything and anything else you want to hear from them. So once again, give yourself that closure, and then that will get you into a much more neutral state, into a much better state, a state of feeling much better within yourself, from where it's going to be much, much easier to manifest the version that you actually want and imagine the version that you actually want with much less resistance, if any. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.